Hi, I'm Mike. Animals are what makes a ranch. And for us, making sure that they have all they need to live a happy and healthy life while they're here is priority number one. Today, we're back to confront more on the project list as we take a look at what the pigs need on our Wyoming Life. Each year, we raise a few pigs on the ranch. These pigs will eventually be sold to our local farmers market customers. But before they get there, our goal is to give them the best life we can right here. Welcome back to Our Wyoming Life, where we bring you what it takes to keep a family ranch in Northeast Wyoming up and running. From animals to gardening, family to our beliefs and values, it's all right here as we explore the ranch life and escape the ordinary. This behind me is the project list, a list that keeps on growing and growing. This list is what keeps me going many days on the ranch. It's not organized, not categorized or anything like that. It's a list purely of what needs done out here. I had a few questions about why not divide it into groups or types of work, and the easiest answer I have for you is about as close to laziness as we can try to get around here. Many of the projects on the list are added as I pass by. Things pop into your head, or you see a project that needs done and boom, it goes on the list. No thought required, no analysis of the type of work or the time required, or deciding how to make it as complicated as possible. All that comes later. As anyone will tell you who has worked on a ranch, many, much longer than I have, sometimes the simplest way to do things, well, that's the best way to do things. Over and over, I've learned that overly complicating things just makes more work. But some jobs can be improved with just a little bit of ingenuity. Today, we're gonna go from the very hands-on manual way of caring for our pigs on a daily basis to a bit more hands-off approach. Don't worry though, they'll still need to be checked a couple times a day, mainly because they're a bunch of troublemakers and delinquents. This year, we have 10 pigs to raise here on the ranch. They're a Hereford Yorkshire mix, and so far they seem to be pretty good growers. Pigs, in fact, will gain weight at a rate of about a pound per day. In 6 months' time, these guys will weigh over 250 pounds. When they came to the ranch, they weighed in at about 20 pounds. As we weigh one today, we can see how much they've grown. Pigs require a basic 3 things: water to drink, food to eat, and a clean living area to make dirty. That's about it. Today we're going to work on all 3, starting with cleaning the stall where they live. Contrary to what you may have heard, pigs are actually quite clean animals. They're unable to sweat, so they love to wallow in mud to cool down. I guess that's where they got their reputation as dirty, but in reality they're actually pretty clean. We give them an oversized stall to live in, and they choose which area of it to use as a bathroom. And as they grow, their stall will grow also, giving them plenty of room to move around in. Pig manure can be composted, although the modern belief is that pig manure should not be used on vegetable gardens. Pig manure can carry parasites such as roundworm that can actually survive the composting process. It can be used, however, for other landscaping tasks. We just choose to keep it away from the vegetable gardens. A few populations are vulnerable to illness from pig manure, including young children, pregnant women, the elderly, or those with compromised immune systems. For us, it's not worth the risk, although it won't go to waste. Once we're done cleaning out the stall, we add some fresh bedding. Now this will give them something to lay in, something to keep them cool and hopefully reduce the digging in the dirt that pigs like to do. That takes care of one basic need, a clean area to live. And now we can move on to food. Up until now, we've been feeding the pigs twice daily in small containers. Now that they're getting bigger, we're going to change out their feeding regimen to a more free access feed. By using bigger feeders, we can add more food, a few hundred pounds at a time, giving the pigs access to food throughout their day and reducing the amount of time that we have to spend feeding them every day. These feeders get beat up pretty bad by the pigs, but I've kind of pounded out the dents and we get them into the stall. We attach them to the wall, and then it's time to fill them up. The food we're feeding right now is called Show-Right Team 18 feed. This is a mash feed as opposed to a pelletized feed. It contains 18% protein and a number of different minerals that pigs require, including calcium, phosphorus, and selenium. Over time, we'll change their feed, but this is what they get for now. Last but not least, it's time for their water requirements. Pigs and water can be a tricky combination. Up until now, we've been watering them a few times a day, adding water to a dish for them to share. But now that they're getting bigger, it's harder for them to gather around and drink all at the same time. They now require a continuous water source that they can use as they need. The tricky part is that they're going to try to make a mess, so we need to limit that as much as possible. We're going to be building a pig watering system, similar to a drip system that Erin uses in the garden, but utilizing 1/2 inch stainless steel automatic pig drinking nipples. When the pig bites down on the nipple, it's going to open the water flow, allowing them to drink. Kind of like the water fountain in grade school that everybody put their lips on. Trust me, I know. Last week, I went in Mackenzie and Grace's school and I started to twitch. It's then that I remembered why they bring home every single little bug. You can wash your hands all day long, but until somebody sprays some bleach on that water fountain, germs are going to run rampant. Here today, we're going to use PVC to attach 4 of these pig watering fountains together, then run them to a hydrant for the water. Once it's all together, then we can test it. Any leaks, and we're going to have to deal with them before installing it into the pig stall, as pigs can turn a drip into a mud hole. Luckily, everything looks pretty good. We're going to attach it to a 2x4 so it has a nice solid structure, and after everything is sealed up tight, then we can put it in with the pigs. And teach them how to drink from it. And that's pretty much it for today. What you didn't see was in the middle of it, I got a chance to reconnect with an old friend over lunch who I hadn't seen or talked to in over a year. So I went to town, sat down in a restaurant smelling of pigs, and oddly enough, not a sideways glance was thrown my way. The pigs themselves, well, they seem pretty happy. Pretty sure they're gonna be happier once I'm out of here and stop messing with them. And I probably will be too. A shower is definitely in my future, while rolling in the dust is in theirs. Thanks for coming along. Each of the things crossed off the project list makes room for more. And I better go check and see if Erin added anything to it while I was gone. Please subscribe for more from the ranch. This week we'll be taking a look at the vital functions of the ranch as we get in and pull the bulls out from the cows. Their job is done, and I'm sure they're ready for a break. All those ladies out there, has to be tiring. Until I see you again, have a great week, and thanks for joining us in our Wyoming Life. Hey guys, quit chewing on my feet.